Have you ever said, if I ever would have known, I would have done things differently? Or if I would have known this, I would have surely have done that. Well, I have been doing Walmart Spark for nearly 2 months now, and I do have some scars and some battle wounds. I have learned some things along the way. I got some likes. I got some dislikes. I've done things such as the shop and deliver, package delivery, and curbside pickup. Now, which one would I like the very best? Right now, I like the curbside pickup. Generally, if they're still quick. If there's a store that's not so quick, well, I would probably want to shop for myself. But for the most part, it hasn't been that bad. And I've been to multiple Walmarts in my area. So I would definitely put right now, I would put the curbside pickup and kind of the shop and deliver and the package delivery is kind of right there close second. Because I really don't mind shopping too much, as long as it's not like a huge amount. Now, if there's a lot of money to that huge amount of items, okay, it doesn't really matter that much, as long as I'm getting paid for it. But I also have a good sweetheart for package delivery where all I got to do, go to the curbside, pick up one time, organize my stuff, and go. I love that, actually. And I've definitely earned some lumps doing it, but hey, there's going to be some new things to learn as we continue the process of no matter what we do. And sometimes we can still do things for months or years and still something new comes about. I'm just like, dang. Or we might hear about someone else's story and we might learn from somebody else's testimony and be like, man, I can avoid that by doing this or not doing that. I can remember the first time ever just opening up that app and then seeing like there's like several different places that I can actually go to. I thought I was just wanting to go like the Walmart near me, but no, it showed Lancaster, DeSoto, Red Oak, Waxahachie, Dallas, so many different areas, and there's so many different selections there, and it's just like, some of them is 11.1 miles, 14.3 miles. And one thing I really had to learn the hard way, because I was really used to, like on DoorDash and Uber Eats, like the mileage of me getting there is calculated in. But we can actually see right here, let's just look at the Cedar Hill one, for example. Of course, it says $11, 1.7 miles, but I should just be able to look at it. I know I'm a lot further than 1.7 miles, so we should already know that this is only calculating from that particular Walmart to the customer. But I didn't quite catch that the first day, but I did learn it. And these type of offers right here, they are first come, first serve, other than just having the type of orders where it's just for you. And we see a small little example here where the estimated total is $30.01. The delivery is $9. Extra earnings, $1.46. Tip is $19.55. And we see on the very top says 4 miles, 8.5 miles, quoted at 42 minutes. And I was able to get this under an hour, and for $30 within an hour, that is like terrific. And here's another one of my recent offers as well, such as the $46.27, 3 stops, 3.7 miles, quoted at 56 minutes. And you're like, wow, 56 minutes. Is there any way to know about any more details of this offer? Yes. You're going to have to click that arrow on the right side, which will take you to another screen where you'll see like the delivery and the tip there. Then you keep on going down and it's going to show there's 3 different stops, including the Walmart. And this is where we're going to see 33 items. Now, here is the big kicker of this was 89 quantity. So out of these 33 items, there's a lot of doubles, triples, and quadruples, because this was like during like the holiday season and people were just really just stacking things up. But this, even though this did quote me for 56 minutes, it actually just took me maybe just a little bit over an hour, which still wasn't bad because it's $46.27 for basically an hour. I mean, like, Come on now. Our goal is to at least, $2 plus per mile, even going down to $1.75 per mile. So with having that type of goal, yeah, it's all right. But here's my other goal. Since I've noticed that a lot of my Spark orders usually kind of take me pretty much an hour, even though if it might say it's quoted to take you 35 minutes. Sometimes it takes me 40 or 45. I'm kind of surprised about that, especially if I'm shopping for myself, because I'm usually the person shopping for my family. So I don't really see myself as a slow shopper, but you know what? Sometimes it takes me just a little bit longer from the shopping and putting it into the car and to the customer. Usually there's another 5 to 10 minutes involved. And one thing I've really noticed about these shopping orders, sometimes it seems like there's more money involved. I really think I'd be getting paid more for these shopping orders. So not only is there shopping, but there's also now express shopping. As we see there in the yellow where it says express shopping. So this is going to be done a little bit quicker compared to the other one where it just says shopping. But you know what? There was a time that I actually went to a Walmart where I was going to be picking up some different items, and they had 2 different places for me to pick up items. I had no idea. One was on one side of Walmart and the one was on the other side. And I thought I was just going to that same natural side where you see the blue sign and it has like the numbers, and you just go ahead and you add the number in where you're at on the curbside. Like for this example, I was in parking spot 8. When you are doing a curbside delivery, the associate comes out and you got to give them a driver code of blah, 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 blah number. And when this is confirmed, then they actually scan the products or the barcodes that they have, how many ever they may have. They may have 1 or 2 per load, and usually they bring you 2 to 3 loads, where I might have maybe the biggest one in the trunk, and then maybe have another one in the back seat, and I have another one in the front seat. I have them separated as such. And after they scan it, I got to make sure that I scan as well. So be sure and note that when you go out there, and just in case you don't know, this is what you have to do. Mainly just follow the directions and follow the prompts, generally, mostly. And eventually you'll get faster and catch on no matter what you're doing. Or if they change the game of something. Because these companies always be changing something. But this is specifically for curbside. But if you are doing a shop and deliver, you might see something like this right here, where you might see customer A and customer B with their products, and it shows how much it is. It shows the quantity of how many you're going to be picking up. Even if you look on like the top where it says customer A so-and-so and customer B so-and-so. Then the top one says they're going to have 12 items with 14 quantity, and the bottom one has 3 items with 3 quantity. One thing I really like is like how it actually shows you where the product is. It'll give you the aisle, the selection, and modular. So let's actually kind of break this down, because of course we know what the aisle is. As long as we go to that aisle where we're going to that F20 or the I2, which I think in this case, I was on I2, I believe. In the section, you have to count the section. So it's what every 3 foot was 1, 2, 3, whether it was the left side or the right side. But if you're on the other end of the aisle, it might be counting 1, 2, 3 from that side. But the Walmarts that I've seen, they already have it numbered on the very top. They have, of course, where it's actually labeled on the top of the aisle. Then you go to each 3 foot section. It's going to have the numbers as you go down. Make sure you go into that third section. Then you got the modular, which I call Mylars, maybe the price tags or the little price stickers. And you just count from that 3 foot section. You're just going to count 11. Mostly it's going to be counted from the top from all I've seen. So you 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe you have 5, 6, 7, 8 on the second shelf, and third shelf 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 is on that next shelf below. And that's how you figure it out. Hopefully that made some sense. But even this, it takes time to learn it if you're not familiar with it. But when you get completely done, I see that my most beautiful screen is right here, this blue one right here, where it says you're done shopping. Ho ho. Then you just go ahead, hit continue, which leads you to this screen right here, where all you got to do is scan this little barcode, because this was what threw me for a trip. Because when I first did my shopping order, I thought I was actually still going to have to scan every item then bag it, but you don't have to do that. You just scan this one beautiful barcode, and that is it. That's it. Don't have to scan any items like that. Now, it might prompt like the Walmart associate to come by and just do like their little check, but that's not every time. But when they do, they usually just scan like 3 items and you're good. So far, I've never had an issue. It's always been generally pretty quick. And when they do that check, you get prompted just to go ahead and bag your items. And when you get done bagging your items, they also give you another little barcode where they can actually check it in the front if if you get stopped with one of those associates. If not, you can keep on rolling to the car. And if you have a customer A and customer B, you still want to separate this from whether you have it from your trunk and back seat or back seat to front seat, however you want to do it, as long as you get it all separated and not mix it up, because that would be a problem. So the easiest way is just keep it separated from the entire beginning and continue to do so to the very end. Whenever you get to the customer, if you ever come to this little screen right here where you have to be like within the green circle to make the delivery, well, this happened to me on a package delivery, and it was a little crazy. Where you see that little blue dot was where I was at, and there was a fence blocking me, and it was their fence. And they actually had like a box where they actually receive packages. But the problem in the app is it doesn't know anything about that. But what it does know is you need to be so far away from that customer so you can actually complete the process of the grocery order or the package delivery order. Because I had to go around the fence, walk down a little ways, and complete the daggum thing. How was that? Now that was frustrating and funny all at the same time. And there's a video of that if you want to check it out, because this is my very first Walmart Spark video. But now let me tell you about one of these little boogers that I saw, and that is incentive pay. I actually like incentive pay, but it took me a little bit just to get the hang of it, because the thing is, it's on 3 qualifying trips. That means not every trip qualifies. You have to see a little green bubble that shows multi-trip incentive. Now, when I first saw that multi-trip incentive and I saw I had multiple stops, I'm like, wait a minute, am I going to be getting an incentive for each one of the stops? But no, that's not what that means. I was very sadly mistaken. But hey, you know what? I was new. It's just one of those things. If I just would have known, my mind would have had to wonder and hope, I guess. But each one of these will be basically one trip, even though there might be multiple stops, but it's going to be just one going towards that incentive. So the very first time I didn't actually meet the qualifications, because a lot of those incentive trips is like a long way, or it's just like it just wasn't working. Now the second time that I did it, I kind of chased it just a touch, and there's a video on that as well for when I actually chased incentive, but it actually worked out pretty well. But it's not like I'm actually saying, oh, go chase incentive pays. I'm not saying that, because it may not go so well. But the main thing here with these incentive pays, make sure you're doing the ones that are on these qualifying trips. Because if you just go out there and just do some deliveries, if it's not qualifying, it's not going to take it. And a lot of times when I actually begin my Spark shift, it's only usually just for a few hours, and it ends at X amount of time where I actually have it. But this bar graph here is really cool. It's actually showing us how busy it is for like each hour. So I really like this feature when it came to Spark. And usually in my market, usually 6 a.m. is one of the best times. But we see in this example, it looked like 7 was pretty banging for that whole day. Then you got all the way to 9 p.m. and 10 p.m., which is like the lowest time of the day. And so far, generally, when I have been doing Walmart Spark, I have been pretty busy. No major issues. But feel free to leave in the comment box of what was some of those things you had to learn the hard way. And you just say, man, if I just would have known, if I just would have did this, if I just would have did that. Hey, you know what? growing pains. We're all going to learn and we're all going to grow one way or another, whether it's the easy way or the hard way. But I hope you found value out of this video. So if you would, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and see me in the next video.